Hey, Elder Geek Gamer here, and today I wanted to walk you through the key differences between the Master Chief Deluxe helmet that was offered through GameStop and the one that was offered through Best Buy. Now, a lot of us last year started to put in pre-orders for the one from GameStop because it said GameStop exclusive. Then come around January, we found that there was one at Best Buy for $40 less. So what's the difference? Which one do you want and which would be a better fit for you? I'll give you my opinion coming up next. So before we talk about the detailed differences between these two items, let's talk about one thing we often don't, and that's shipping and handling. And why is that so important? Because you're paying a lot of money for your item and you want to make sure it gets to you in pristine condition. And I've never had an issue with GameStop. They've always shipped it to me in the proper outer shipping box, and the stuff I get from them is always in pristine condition, as this one was too. But Best Buy has done this to me. This is the third item that I've purchased from them where it was just totally trashed in shipping. Why was that the case? Because there was no outer box. And these display boxes are just not heavy enough to withstand the damage from a UPS or FedEx shipping process. It's just not going to work. So this is the one that I picked up in store thinking that, hey, if I pick this up in the store, maybe it'll be a little bit better off. Well, even it was damaged. As you can see in this corner here, the corner is just all crunched in. So is the top. And you know, if the box isn't important to you, you can look at me and say, hey, Elder, that's no big deal to me. Well, that's fine. I got it. But for me, when you're shipping me something that I paid good money for, I want it to arrive in perfect condition. And I actually ordered 3 of these, one for myself, one for my son, and one as a backup in case they came in poor condition. The one my son got, he said, Dad, I don't care about the box, which was great. So I gave him one that was moderately beat up. And then there's another one that looks like it exploded in the FedEx truck. I think I've got an overlay I can put on this video to show you what it looked like. But basically, the box had totally come apart. Somebody had quickly taped it back together. And when they did, they left 2 pieces of the stand out of it too. So I took that back to Best Buy, and that was just a really bad job. So the first big difference is shipping and handling. And as far as handling went and properly shipping this to me so it would get to me in perfect condition, well, GameStop won that one for sure. So next, let's talk about the design of each box. I was surprised when I got this that this has a much higher end looking box. With the black background, it really pops. It says it's part of the Spartan collection, which is not on this box. And there's some small little differences between the boxes, but this one just looks a lot better. It looks higher end. Is that a big deal? No, it's not, but it's just that little difference that makes it, to me, that much more worth it. This all green just doesn't quite pop like this one does. So I like this one better than this one. Is it a big deal? No, but it is a difference. So at $59.99, the Best Buy one is definitely cheaper. It's $40 difference than the $99.99 one at GameStop. So you have to kind of look and say, well, which would I buy if I could get one? Would it be this one here, which is going to save me 40 bucks? Or do I want the fact that it's probably going to show up to me without dings and dents in the box? Do I care about that? Do I care about the fact that it's got a nicer looking box on the outside? Am I going to display the box? And then thirdly, do I like the features that this helmet has? Where this one has lights and sound, this one just has lights on it. So we'll get into some more of those details and show the actual helmet itself. I'm also going to show you this helmet compared to some of the other helmets I have in my collection. So let's check that all out. So one last thing before I show you the details of the helmet itself, let's talk about the packaging inside. And this is one thing that's important. Whether you get the Best Buy one or you get the one from GameStop, this has got some really heavy duty egg crate packaging. So either way, I don't think even if the box is all torn up, you're going to lose anything or get anything damaged inside. The helmet's really secure. So either package is probably going to come to you fine, except the problems with the outer box that I had. So I thought you'd like to see exactly how that was packed inside. The stand is in 3 parts. It comes in the very top. And that's why when the one blew up on me, or on the UPS guy, it all came apart because it wasn't sealed. It was just there loose, hanging in there to disappear. So let's put this away. So let's talk about the helmet itself. And first off, it's very lightweight. I think it's lighter than any of the other helmets that I have. And I also find the color green to be, well, I wouldn't call it Spartan green. I'd call it more Kermit green. But, it's good enough. And it's a good enough design. I like that. It does take 3 AAA batteries that are in a little place down here where they go in. There's also an on and off switch. So if you try to use the features on this and they're not working after you put the 3 AAA batteries in, it's because you forgot to switch the switch, which guess who did that? I did. And then there's the stand here. Very easy to put together, just 3 sections. And the helmet goes on there a certain way. This flat piece goes toward the front of the helmet. So let's check out the features. So it's not turned on. So we'll flip it on. And that's the sound when it boots up the helmet. So this should be the lights. It's right underneath here. And these will be the sound effects. I'm going to hold this up close to the mic so you can hear them.
We do it together. Acknowledged. Incoming.
Stuck.
Acknowledged. I'll buy us some time. What's the plan?
So the sound effects are really cool. I'm thinking the speakers like right here, and they're very clear. They really are good samples. So that's pretty sweet. Now they're kind of random in order, so you'll get a different one each time. I think there's 15 sound effects in this. So you get the sound effects and you get the lights. And on the other one, the Best Buy one, you just get the lights. This particular button over here is actually locked out because it doesn't have any function. So if you try to press on it, it's not going to do anything. And that's the way it's supposed to be because it only has lights, it doesn't have sound. So that's really a good look at the helmet. I like the stand, fits it really nice. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit different color. If I was more adventurous, I'd probably paint it a different green. If you were to compare it to the green on this Halo 3 helmet, I would say that's more of a Spartan green than this one here. But that's all right. It's a nice helmet for the price we got it for. So that's this section of the video. Let's go to the next one, my cheat sheet here. Let's talk about which one I recommend next, okay? So which did I choose? Well, first let's talk about what maybe you would choose. If the shipping process is not important to you and you don't care about the box, if you don't care about the extra design on the box from GameStop, if you don't care about the sound effects I shared with you, then I would definitely save the 40 bucks and I'd try to get one from Best Buy. However, if those same things are important to you, if you want to get one that ships to you and comes in pristine condition, if you like this more high-end looking box because you're going to use it in your displays, and if you like the sound effects, which are pretty cool, then I'd go with the GameStop edition. And this is the one I kept. I'm probably going to give my extra one away at some point in time, so I'll look for me to have a giveaway at some point. And I hope this helped you make a decision. I hope you're able to find one. I don't know what's going to happen, whether we're going to see more of these get into the stream. I hope they don't all end up on eBay for a bunch of money, because that would really suck. But if I can answer any more questions, just let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's compare this to the other helmets I have, and maybe it'd be fair if we take this off the stand so it sits like the other ones are sitting. And like I said, this is a lot lighter. This is maybe a couple pounds tops. That's double what that one is. And that's maybe more than double what the other one is. So all great helmets. These are just some of my favorites. Of course, this is the helmet from Doom Eternal, which is a really high quality helmet, and it fits my big noggin. The last test of this will find out whether this fits my big noggin. From the time I was a kid, I've been riding motorcycles, and I always had to have the extra large helmet. So that's true about anything that I buy that's like this. It has to fit my head, which can be a challenge sometimes, but we'll check this one out too in just a minute. And then, of course, this is the Mass Effect helmet. They're all lit, so you can see the lighting on it. And the level of detail on these, I think, is a step above what's on the Jazwares. But again, they were a lot more money. You know, this was like $150, and I forget what this one was. So the level of detail on this is just absolutely fantastic. Lots of LED lights on it. One of my favorite helmets. So let's give it the final worthiness test. Does it fit on my big Norwegian noggin? And it's got like a little belt buckle arrangement on this one. It's very similar, very simple tightening and loosening mechanism. And it fits perfect, whether you can hear me or not. So whether you could hear me or not in there, that's another thing. It's easy to look out of. You can see just fine out of it too. So I wouldn't worry about that if you're going to use this out for Halloween or to a party or something like that. Just don't wear it while you're driving. And don't think it's a motorcycle helmet. It's not. So those are my 3 helmets, and there's a comparison between this and the other 2. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next one.